Tonight's story is one of those updates that makes the entire internet stop mid-scroll, clutch their phones, and go, wait. What? Because after months of chaos, accusations, federal raids, lawsuits, leaked footage, celebrity statements, and non-stop headlines circling Sean Diddy Combs, a new twist has dropped, and this one might be the wildest yet. According to his own spokesperson, Diddy is now in rehab behind bars, and if that wasn't shocking enough, sources say this unexpected move could actually reduce his sentence by a full year. And listen, the streets are buzzing, fans are confused, critics are furious, and insiders are whispering that this wasn't a moral decision. It was a strategic one. Some are calling it a desperate attempt at redemption. Some are calling it a legal loophole play. And others swear he's finally facing demons he's avoided for decades. But here's where it gets messy. The timing is suspicious. The prison staff is reportedly divided. And even members of Diddy's own circle are saying this rehab behind bars situation is not what it seems. Was this a genuine breakdown, a PR stunt, a power move? Or something darker? Stay locked in, because the truth behind this twist is deeper than anyone expected. The moment the news broke that Sean Diddy Combs had officially entered a behind bars rehab program, the entire entertainment world spiraled into a level of confusion and hysteria nobody saw coming. And what followed inside those prison walls was a dramatic teen reaction that insiders are still calling one of the most chaotic, emotional, unpredictable weeks in recent hip-hop culture, because according to people close to the situation, the decision didn't come from a peaceful moment of self-reflection. It came from an explosive meltdown inside the facility that left staff divided, the legal team scrambling, his inner circle arguing, and the fans completely stunned, with many saying, "Ain't no way this is real," while others insisted it's the only move he had left. And from the beginning, things were messy, because sources claim Diddy's team was already split before the rehab decision even happened. And one insider said that during a heated conversation between Diddy and one of his longtime advisors, the advisor allegedly slammed a stack of papers on the table and shouted, "You gotta understand something. This is not about pride anymore. This is about survival. This is about optics. This is about the judge seeing effort. You don't got the luxury to play stubborn right now," to which Diddy reportedly fired back, "I'm not doing this for a show. I'm not doing this to kiss anybody's ring." And the advisor responded, "Then do it for yourself, because the way things look right now, you don't got many options left," creating an emotional standoff that left everyone in the room feeling the tension crack through the air like static electricity. And while that was happening, word was spreading through the prison corridors that something big was happening in Diddy's unit, with inmates whispering he finally snapped and guards exchanging glances like they knew something the world didn't. And then came the turning point, a moment several sources described as a breakthrough mixed with an emotional breakdown, when a counselor reportedly told Diddy in a private conversation, "If you want the court to believe you're serious about change, you need to start somewhere real, somewhere uncomfortable, somewhere honest." And for the first time in days, Diddy actually listened, sitting silent, breathing heavily, eyes locked on the floor like he was holding back something he hadn't allowed himself to feel in years. And this is where the story takes a wild turn, because while Diddy was agreeing to the rehab move behind bars, the outside world was already spiraling into chaos, with fans arguing in the comments, celebrities posting cryptic messages, and Diddy's own family reportedly dealing with emotional divides that only added fuel to the drama. Because one family member allegedly told a source, "We begged him to slow down for years, but he never listened. And now everything is falling apart around him," while another pushed back saying, "No matter what happened, he's still family." And people out there are acting like he isn't human, creating a split that insiders say turned their private group chats into full-on battlegrounds, with messages flying, emotions high, and one relative reportedly shouting during a call, "Stop arguing about who's right and who's wrong. He's in rehab behind bars. Do you realize how insane that even sounds?" Meanwhile, on the legal side, Diddy's attorneys were allegedly pushing this rehab enrollment as a strategic lifeline. Because according to insiders, the attorneys had been quietly discussing this move for weeks, saying things like, "It shows proactive behavior." The court always looks favorably on participation in structured programs, and this could legitimately reduce the sentence by up to a year if everything goes right. But even inside the legal team, not everyone agreed, because one attorney allegedly criticized the plan, saying this is gonna look like manipulation, like he's trying to cheat the system, causing another attorney to snap back. Everything in the system is strategic. Stop acting brand new, and the argument got so intense that someone in the room reportedly walked out and slammed the door, leaving the rest staring at each other in frustrated silence. But the drama didn't stop there, because once Diddy officially entered the rehab program inside the prison, the staff themselves were thrown into chaos, with some officers reportedly saying they supported the move, while others were allegedly whispering that it was special treatment, which created a wave of resentment behind the scenes. And one guard allegedly told a colleague, "This is gonna blow up online, you watch," and they were right. Because the moment the news leaked, social media exploded instantly. With fan pages dissecting every rumor, TikTok creators posting breakdowns, YouTubers dropping reaction videos within minutes, and even major celebrities quietly sharing posts like, "Everybody got demons they don't talk about," fueling conspiracy theories left and right. And according to people close to the facility, the tension inside the rehab sessions was even heavier than what the public saw, because sources claimed that in one group session, when another inmate questioned whether Diddy was being sincere in the program, Diddy allegedly snapped and said, "You don't know what I'm carrying. You don't know what I've been through, so don't play with me like you understand my life," which led to the counselor stepping in, saying, "This is exactly why we're here. The anger, the denial, the pressure, the fear, if you don't confront it, it's going to swallow you whole." And that moment, according to one insider, was the first time Diddy actually participated openly in the conversation, talking about pressure, expectations, fame, and how suddenly everything in his world flipped upside down in a matter of months. And while that raw moment was happening in the room, outside the walls, more drama was brewing, because people in his inner circle were allegedly leaking contradicting details to different blogs, causing the media to report different versions of the same event, some saying Diddy broke down, others saying he yelled at staff, some claiming he refused at first, others insisting he willingly agreed, which turned the narrative into a messy web of confusion, making fans even more desperate to know the truth. Meanwhile, one of the biggest twists came from inside the prison administration, because according to a high-level source, the rehab program Diddy joined wasn't the typical meditation and journaling type. It was reportedly one of the strictest behavioral modification tracks, designed for inmates dealing with extreme stress, aggression, or emotional instability, and insiders claim the sessions were intense, with counselors pushing inmates to confront buried emotions, traumatic memories, and unresolved conflicts. And in Diddy's case, the process triggered several emotional reactions that even staff didn't expect. Because at one point, during a reflection exercise, a counselor reportedly asked Diddy to name something in his life he wished he could fix. And after a long silence, Diddy allegedly said, "I wish I could go back before all of this, before the pressure turned into something bigger than me," and the room went quiet, with one inmate reportedly whispering later, "He sounded like someone who finally realized the weight of everything," and even though the moment was private, someone within the program allegedly leaked the detail to a friend, and that friend leaked it online, and within hours, blogs were posting headlines like, "Source claims Diddy breaks down in rehab session," which ignited even more debates across social media, with fans divided between sympathy, disbelief, and raw confusion. But perhaps the most dramatic twist came when Diddy's spokesperson publicly announced that the rehab enrollment could lead to his sentence being reduced by 1 year, which instantly sent shockwaves through the culture. because fans flooded social media with reactions like, "Ain't no way." This is a plot twist we didn't see coming. And this story gets crazier every day, while critics accused him of trying to game the system, and supporters argued he was finally taking responsibility, and this public divide only made the situation inside the prison even more intense, because inmates who had already been suspicious of his participation in the program began whispering things like, "He doing this for the courts? He getting special treatment? And watch, he'll be out early," creating an atmosphere so tense that one counselor reportedly had to remind the group that everyone is here for their own reasons, and comparison only leads to conflict. But that didn't stop the friction, because at one point during a group discussion, another inmate allegedly said to Diddy, "Man, the whole world outside care more about your rehab than you do," and Diddy allegedly replied, "You don't know what's going on in my head." And the inmate shot back, "You right, 'cause everything always gotta be a mystery with you," which caused the counselor to intervene again before things escalated. Meanwhile, the outside world was dealing with its own drama, because celebrities started weighing in, some subtly, some blatantly, with one major artist posting, "When the spotlight fades, truth hits different," and another writing, "Fame don't save you from consequences," which fans immediately linked back to Diddy, leading to comment wars between people defending him and people criticizing him, and even among Diddy's own team. There were disagreements because, according to one source, two members of his public relations staff allegedly got into a heated argument about whether to release a statement addressing the rehab rumors, with one saying, "We need to get ahead of the narrative," and the other yelling, "Every time we release a statement, it makes things worse," and ultimately, the team decided to stay quiet, letting the spokesperson's confirmation be the only official word, which only fueled speculation even more. Inside the prison, things took another twist when Diddy allegedly requested more one-on-one sessions, something insiders interpreted as a sign that he was finally engaging with the process. And one counselor reportedly told a colleague, "He's opening up more than I expected," while another guard allegedly said, "I don't buy it. He's doing this for Cord," reflecting the same divide happening in the public. And during one particularly emotional session, sources claim Diddy talked about regrets, pressure, and how fame created a bubble he couldn't escape, saying something like, "Y'all see the headlines, the outfits, the concerts, the money. You don't see the nights where everything feels like it's crumbling in slow motion." And according to one inmate who later whispered about it, the room actually went silent because nobody expected that level of vulnerability from him. And afterward, another inmate reportedly approached him privately and said, "I didn't think you were ever gonna be real in here," to which Diddy allegedly replied, "I didn't think I was either," marking one of the rare moments of connection he'd had since entering the program. And while all of this emotional chaos was unfolding outside the walls, family members were still dealing with their own disagreements, with some pushing for unity and others pushing for distance. And one insider claimed that during a family call, voices were raised, tears were shed, and at one point a relative snapped, "You think rehab fixes everything? You think that suddenly makes the world forgive him?" And another fired back, "Nobody said that, but at least he's trying to face something." And the tension got so bad that several relatives allegedly stopped communicating for days, creating another layer of emotional turmoil around an already chaotic situation. And through all this, Diddy reportedly tried to keep his focus on the program. But every session became harder as more outside news leaked in, creating pressure he struggled to manage. Yet despite all the drama, counselors reportedly noted progress, small, gradual, but noticeable. And one source claimed that one counselor privately said, "He's not the same man who walked into this room on day one, though." Whether that progress was driven by genuine emotional reflection or by strategic legal planning remains the central question dividing the public. Because while some fans argue he's finally confronting years of bottled up emotions, others insist he's playing the system, and this clash of perspectives has kept the story trending nonstop, turning every update into another viral moment, another debate, another explosion of reactions across social media. And the question on everyone's mind remains the same. Is this rehab journey a real turning point or a carefully crafted move designed to reshape his future? And at the end of it all, this entire situation has turned into one of the most unpredictable, emotionally charged, and confusing chapters in modern hip-hop news. Because whether you believe Sean Diddy Combs entered behind bars rehab out of genuine personal growth, or whether you think it was a powerful legal maneuver designed to shave time off his sentence, the fact remains, this move flipped the entire culture on its head. Fans are still arguing, insiders are still whispering, and the family is still divided between hope, frustration, loyalty, and fear of what comes next. Even the prison staff remains split, with some saying he's making progress and others saying the whole thing feels like a performance. And while counselors report glimpses of real emotion, we all know the truth about healing, growth, and accountability. Nothing happens overnight, especially not under this kind of pressure, this kind of spotlight, this kind of weight on a man's shoulders. So now the world watches, waits, and refreshes their feeds every single day, wondering whether this behind bars rehab will lead to transformation, redemption, early release, or another twist no one saw coming. Because if there's one thing this entire story has proven, it's that every time people think the dust is settling, another wave of chaos hits. But now, I want to hear from you watching this. Do you think Diddy's rehab journey is genuine, or do you think it's all strategy? Do you think the courts will actually reduce his sentence, or is this just another headline that blew up bigger than anyone expected? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Don't hold nothing back. And if you want more updates, more deep dives, more real mixed fake news drama just like this, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next twist. Because trust me, it's coming. It's coming.